Hey, Jungle Explorer here, and today I'm going to be giving you a walkthrough guide to the setup and the settings on the Apeman H40 mini trail cam. So let's go ahead and get at this. Alright, the first thing that we need to do is turn the camera on and wait for it to boot up. Okay, once it boots up, press the up arrow for a second until that menu appears. Okay, so in the menu, the first option is monitor delay. This is how long the screen will stay on before it goes into camera mode. Since it doesn't have a settings mode where you actually can keep it in menu mode, it has a temporary menu mode, and you can set that menu mode to 30 seconds, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. I leave it in 30 seconds, but if you go past 30 seconds, the menu system will shut off and will go to activation and start taking pictures. So that's what that is. All right, next we have mode. In this mode, we can do camera, images and videos, or just images or videos by themselves. Okay, I like to use it in camera and video mode, so we'll leave that there. Photo size. Now, it has up to a 16 megapixel photo size, but it's important to note that if you use that, the camera will only be able to take one picture. It has a capability of taking 3 pictures in a sequence, but there we go. That's what happened. Let me go back to menu. Okay. But it can't do 3 pictures at 16 megapixels. It can do 2 pictures at 8 megapixels and 3 pictures at 5 megapixels. So I'm going to leave it in 16 megapixels and then go down to video size. Video size, 1080p, 720p, and some lower resolutions, but why not go the biggest resolution since memory is cheap nowadays. Number of pictures. Now you see here it's set to 1 photo, and it has the option for 2 photos and 3 photos, but it's grayed out, and you can't select it. That's because I have it set to 16 megapixels. If you want to select 2 or 3, you have to lower your quality. Okay, video length. It has from 10 seconds to 3 minutes. I always like around 15 seconds. And, okay, interval. The interval of the camera is between when it will take pictures or when the sensors become active. So you can go all the way up to 60 minutes and all the way down to 1 minute. Okay? For this, I'm going to set it to 10 minutes. Okay? Time-lapse recording. If you use time-lapse recording, the camera will no longer sense motion. It will only take pictures on a given time. Basically, if you turn it on, you can set the amount of time, basically from an hour or minutes or seconds, depending on what you want. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Timestamp. This will actually put the time and date stamped on the picture. It'll burn it into the picture so that you can, every picture will tell you exactly what day and what time it was taken. I like to leave that on. Time switch. This is a setting that allows you to determine a time of the day, a period of the day, when you want the camera to start working. You can start at a certain time and have it turn off at a certain time. But personally, I'm not going to use that right now, so we are just going to go to off on that. Password set. Now you can actually set a password here, a 4-digit number if you want to, but you don't have to set a password. This password basically will protect the menu system on here. So if somebody tries to access the menu system and they don't know the password, then they won't be able to change the menu. But if you forget the password, if you set the password and you forget it, there's no way to reset the camera and get it off there. So you'll never be able to access the menu again. So it's supposed to supposed to prevent stealing the camera, but it really doesn't do that. It just prevents thieves from actually accessing the menu system. So it's up to you whether you want to use that. Serial number. Serial number is basically a name for the camera. You can set it to whatever you want. I've got it set to Apeman because it's an Apeman camera. So, and this will be printed on the actual picture. PRI sensitivity. This is how sensitive your motion detector is right here. and how if you have the options of high, medium, low, and auto. I always set everything to high, and then if I get too many pictures, I'll move it and adjust it from there. But I think it's a good place to start is always at high. Language, it has quite a few languages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different languages, including English. Okay? Format. Whenever you put an SD card in the camera, it's always a good idea to format the card in the camera. So click OK, hit yes, and it formats the card. I've found a lot of people that have problems that can be solved with formatting the card in the camera. Okay, clock set. This is where you're going to set your clock, and you know, it's very simple. Just adjust up and down as you go along, and then click OK to go to the next. And you've set the clock. I've already set that. Set default. If you want to return the camera to factory default settings, use this right here. I don't want to do that. I've already worked hard to program it. Beep sound on. This camera does not actually have a speaker, but the firmware is used on a different camera that does. So this actually doesn't do anything. Volume record. This activates the microphone and records sound if there's any ambient sound. Volume playback. This is just if it had an onboard speaker, you could hear sound in it if you were playing the videos and stuff. And then we're down to system, which is where you can see your version, your firmware version, or you can update your firmware. Okay? And now we're back to the beginning. All right, well, there's the settings on the Apeman H40 camera. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, subscribe, and comment. I have a review of this video on my channel. I'll throw a link up in the top right-hand corner right now. And if you're interested in this product, I will throw a link in the description of the video. Until next time, this is the Jungle Explorer signing out.